Welcome back, friends. A review of lymphatic system or immune system. So there is a separate stream of circulation where the white blood cells, the dead white blood cells, bacteria, fungus or whatever not needed to be in the systemic circulation of a blood is carried to a different separate stream called as lymphatic system, which contains lymph nodes and the lymphatic circulation. So this carries a waste product of fight between what? Fight between white blood cells, for example, white blood cells and bacteria. After this fight, number of white blood cells will be dead, number of bacteria will be dead. So these dead particles or high protein particles in the body should not be carried into the main stream of the blood. So for this reason, body has created a separate stream called as lymphatic system. So in our body, immunity is very primal, where to be able to alive or maintain this particular body, we have our immune system strong. So strong immune system, either it can be born from the birth, we call it as innate immunity, or it can be acquired from certain processes, either infections or vaccinations. So vaccination is a great example to create or acquire or adopt that immunity towards that particular pathogen. So let it be fungus, bacteria, virus, whatever it is. So each example of immunity building after vaccination is a process of acquiring the immunity extra. So did you got vaccinated for COVID or not yet? So corona vaccination, latest what is happening in the news is an example of acquired immunity. So innate immunity is from birth, acquired immunity is from acquiring from vaccination or infection. Innate immunity example, something falls in your eyes, immediately watering will start. Something goes into your nose, immediately sneezing will start. Something not okay with your large intestine, there will be loose motion. So body tries to check the nearest exit of the body out of these 9 exits, nearest exit. Body tries to search for it and act upon to create the reflex in a way to throw the content out. Either it is a gross form or subtle form, let it be, but body tries to throw the content out. So sneezing is a good example, loose motion is a good example, watering, tear reflex is a good example if something is fallen into the eyes. So this is by default, by birth itself, this immunity will be acquired. This immunity will be added up. So this is called as innate immunity. There is one doctor by name Dr. Robert Sapolsky, who considered to be a father of stress. So study of stress. He could study 30 to 40 years just about the stress, adrenaline and noradrenaline hormones in baboon monkey. So quoting his research work, it means that if there is a stress, there is an impact on the immunity, and stress can reduce the immunity, make you more vulnerable for infections, especially repeated upper respiratory infections. By doing this statement, what I mean to say is, yoga will help you to reduce the amount of stress and stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system to the extent that immunity will be restored or balanced. Either it will not make you do the overactivity of the immunity like hypersensitivity, or underactivity of the immunity like a less immunocompromised status. So this yoga will create a synthesis of homeostasis or a balance between the stress hormones in such a way that it will be normalized, or the stress levels will be reduced to the extent that there will be balance of sympathetic and parasympathetic activity. So this will not be straight away one shot you do yoga and you will be set in. No. So this will be slow and sustained process of continuous practice and upgrading your skills to the extent that you stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system to be able to balance sympathetic and parasympathetic. By doing this statement, I meant is, in the modern world we are creating excessive sympathetic tone or increased sympathetic activity. So there is an imbalance. So for you to create a balance, the increase in the parasympathetic nervous system activity can be done by yoga in the form of Nadi Shodhana Pranayama can do that, Surya Namaskara can do that, Namaskara Mudra can do that, meditation can do that, Kechari Mudra kind of subtle practices also can do that.